Okay, let's make two things clear before I show you this next video, okay? Number one, I am a Democrat. I am a left-leaning Democrat. I love Bernie Sanders. My friends call me a flaming liberal. Just to make that clear first.
Tonight we return to South Lake, Texas, where the school district we've reported on faces a federal civil rights probe. Antonia Hilton and why the schools may be forced to accept diversity plans they fought to stop.
Like many 12-year-olds, Christian loves Yu-Gi-Oh!, science fiction, and hanging out in his room.
I really wanted to make an elemental hero deck.
But recently, he says he's struggled after being bullied relentlessly for identifying as pansexual at Durham Intermediate School.
Wait a minute, this kid is 12? Does he even have any idea about sexuality at this point? Or does he just look it up at the internet? I had to look it up myself. What is pansexuality? And I still, after reading the description, does not know what it is. So this 12-year-old, he knows what it is apparently, and he knows he identifies as that right now. I'm just questioning it, how he already knows these things. He has 12 years of life experience at this point, and his mom is just supporting him, no matter what his choices are. I feel there's something iffy with the story right there. I feel there's something weird about that story. I know he's getting bullied. I don't want to say I'm in favor of bullying at all.
Part of the Carroll Independent School District in South Lake, Texas.
It mainly just gave me depression, and it felt more nerve-wracking to go to school.
What were kids saying?
They were using gay slurs and being very rude to me just by making jokes.
One day, his mother, Christina Edmiston, noticed welts all over his legs. Christian told her other students had hit him.
I would go to pick him up, and I would see him standing by himself, but then watching kids circle him, kind of like a lion would stalk its prey.
South Lake schools have been in the national spotlight since 2018, when a video of high school students chanting the N-word went viral. Volunteers spent almost 2 years working on a school diversity and inclusion plan, but conservative residents launched a lawsuit and voted in new school board members opposed to it.
This is why people have to vote for school board. They decide, parents decide what is going on with the school board. So obviously it's a Republican area that this school is in. So if they have a free and fair elections and the Republicans are voting people in, or concerned citizens actually are voting people in that is against all this diversity, then what is anyone else to say? It's democracy that won it this way.
Now, the Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights is investigating alleged discrimination based on race, sexuality, and nation of origin. The NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund has also filed a complaint on behalf of 4 students, saying the district failed to intervene. Christian is one of them.
Why did the NAACP now add to this investigation?
This is not about any particular individual, but rather this is systemic. This is happening over and over again.
Did the Carroll School District fail this 12-year-old?
Absolutely. This is any parent's worst nightmare.
I really don't feel technically that it's the school board and the school that failed. They had an election and people were voted in to cancel that new plan, diversity plan. So, you know, you have to blame the parents that voted them in. This is how the school wants to run.
September was the breaking point. Christian says he told a friend that he no longer wanted to be alive. Students allegedly turned an old volleyball net into a noose, encouraging Christian to hang himself from a football post in the schoolyard.
This is just terrible. No one should have to go through that.
Since that incident, has there been an investigation, and have any of the kids involved been held accountable?
Not to my knowledge. It feels to me like they are trying to sweep it under the rug and they are trying to not address it.
Christina has filed 3 detailed grievances with the district and has pulled Christian out of Southlake schools. The district did not respond to numerous requests for comment. If the federal government finds violations, Carroll schools could be forced to implement new diversity training. But that process could take months or even years, something Christina says her family cannot afford to wait and see.
Some days are really still difficult. He's working really hard to overcome, but the good days you're just so thankful for every day because we almost didn't have any more with him.
Children are just playing. They don't know how serious it is. No one should ever be having that treatment in school. I'm completely with that 12-year-old. The other kids are terrible to him. Their parents should actually give them a whooping or something.
What gave you the bravery to talk about this?
Mainly just being able to know that other people in the school district, if they are listening to this, that they'll be able to actually see that there will be some good in this world.
Antonia Hilton, NBC News, Southlake, Texas.
Here in the end of the video, I want to conclude something, or I want to question something. I want to question the fact that this kid can know what he's talking about at 12. That's number one. Number two is, it's just reported on TV like no one is asking questions about this kid. Are you sure or anything like that? Oh no, you can't do that to the kid. That's too much. And thirdly, if anyone on the right ever criticizes this story on TV, then they are completely bigot or racist or xenophobia, or they are completely out of reality. It's just, you cannot question this. This story, no Republican can question. So what they do is they go to the ballot box and make their voice known in secret. That's why Democrats would lose.